blows on the head, neck, or spine. Adilet, Alimbek, Ulu, fighting out of Kyrgyzstan.
Experience in Sambo, he's added that to his training, so he's going to have a great and diversified grappling game as well.
The undefeated Cho Gyu says he wants to grapple with the submission expert. Let's see how his game plan turns out. Two new debutants making their One Friday Fights debut.
Тилек Екатеринбургда кесипкөй машыктыруучу. Ал спортто окуучулардын тезирээк ийгиликтерге жетүүсүнө жардам берет. Ошондой эле Тилек жакшы уул. Ал ата-энесине дайыма өз убагында колдоо көрсөтүп турат. Тиньков бул ылдамдык. Тиньков тиркемесинде Россиядан Кыргызстанга тез жана ыңгайлуу которуңуз. Тиньков.
Coming up is 3 5-minute rounds of featherweight MMA, presented to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, training out of Josh Kush, holding an MMA record of 4-1. Representing Kyrgyzstan, Adilet Tiger Alembek Ulu. And introducing his opponent, out of the red corner, training out of Yacha Club Gym, representing South Korea, Hanabaki Cho Gyu-jun.
Okay, you both understand the rules. Let's keep this clean, keep it active. Obey my instructions at all time. Touch glove if you want, and back to your corners, please.
Another BJJ and judo black belt other than Achilles Raleigh is the referee in charge of the action, Mohammed Sulaiman. And the first round gets underway. One Friday Fights, only the best of the best are allowed to compete for the world's largest martial arts organization, representing the pinnacle of fighting. And immediately, Alimbek Ulu gets that takedown. Cho says he wants to grapple. Let's see what he's got in store for Alimbek Ulu.
Yeah, that was great timing of the Mora Tagari, the double leg takedown. Straight to the body lock here from Alimbek. Immediately, you see domination there on the ground. But Cho able to pop right back onto his feet. See if he can get some separation here, but another groin shot. Bit of a virus going around tonight.
Yeah, you know, Cho has those big haymakers that he's so good at timing, you know, but it might be better for him to pump the jab, move a little bit, keep a little bit of range. You know, it's part of their game plan to engage here on the ground, but he's got such good explosive hands. He should probably find a moment to let those things go a little bit.
Alimbek Ulu testing the takedown defense of Cho early. As they touch gloves, Mohammed Sulaiman gets us back underway. Another big double leg takedown from Alimbek Ulu. Cho pops right back up to his feet, but gets dragged back down.
Yeah, the Koso Dogaki there is really useful in getting the trip, the change of direction, and immediately on the side of the back of Cho. So it's going to be interesting to see if Alimbek can progress his position from here and get more control over his South Korean opponent.
He's doing a great job with his upper and lower body, you know, hooking with the legs and then fighting and controlling the hands. It's just, it's like a wet blanket on top of you.
Very aggressive start for Alimbek Ulu. Grappling is really what he does best. He is dragging Cho into deep water here, just ragdolling him around, but Cho able to work back up to his feet on numerous occasions.
It's the micro movements of Alimbek which are enabling him to keep control of Cho right now. The shoulder pressure that he's using, constantly getting a read on his Korean opponent. It really is high-level grappling stuff, and there you see peppering shots just to soften him up.
Another low blow there, just as Cho is fighting to let the knees go.
As Achilles said, that virus is contagious. The low blows keep coming as Cho delivers a knee to the lower region of Alimbek уулу.
Yeah, just before that, Alimbek, he really was getting into his rhythm, starting to chain the takedowns together. And there you see a nice knee there.
Yeah, I think that was after the low blow, though.
After the low blow.
You know what Alimbek уулу's strategy is? What does Cho need to do to get some offense going?
Yeah, I mean, for Cho, he's got to find an answer to the hand exchanges, the hand fighting here. уулу is very used to doing takedowns from any hand-controlling position. That's what wrestlers do. That's what judokis do. They find a way to get the takedown. So either Cho's going to have to take his opponent down, or he's going to have to do a lot better job of getting his hips out the way.
You're totally right. Oh, there's a nice little right hand over the top from Cho, but yeah, he talked about the wrestling defense. You know, it's these positions on the ropes that he needs to avoid, and hopefully he can do that with some, circular footwork. But the exchanges are going to come, and yeah, he's got to really hand fight. He's got to push away. He's got to make sure that he's not stuck with his back on those ropes.
Alimbek уулу very light on his feet. A lot of feints coming his way in the stand-up department. Can Cho time something just to get some respect, especially once he shoots him for that takedown. He hides it well, but here comes that body lock.
Alimbek, relentless, closing the distance. Not bothered if he's going to take a shot just to close the distance.
Watch for the groin! Watch for the groin!
Getting this 50-50 position here with the pummeling. It's those moments on the break that you're going to need to see more action from Cho.
Yeah, it's a great moment to do something like he threw earlier, like a head kick or an overhand right. Exactly. Those are moments where he needs to be active.
Cho comes swinging forward, lands a big shot. Alimbek уулу gets the single as Cho rolls through. Now he's got to sprawl heavily on that single leg. Gets the hips down, applying pressure to the head, creates separation in the hands. Gets back up, throws a knee. Big shots thrown by each fighter.
A much better job from Cho here. Getting the respect from Alimbek. A nice left jab there from Alimbek. Now he's touching up Cho with the strikes.
Nice overhand right there too. For all of this grappling skill of Alimbek уулу, he does seem a little bit uncomfortable on his feet. Both these guys a little bit wild and both looking a little bit fatigued here. So it could be something, a wild shot that could land and put someone to sleep here.
These guys are throwing heat from their back pocket as the haymakers start flying. I think this is going to come down to gas tank. Both these guys are trying to empty it here in the first 5.
Oh, the definition of getting your bell ringed. These two must be feeling like they've got nothing left.
First round comes to a close, and it looked like Cho collapsed in exhaustion. It's not the end of the fight, brother. You got to Arts Organization 1. Now is when you have to dig deep and truly show what you're made of.
A hard warning there from the referee to Cho. If he catches him fatiguing like that again, unable to defend himself, he's probably going to call the fight. So this really is a battle of the wills as Cho lands on his back, trying to come up on a single leg here. Alimbek raining down some pepper shots. He's going to do his best here to try and stay on top of Cho as she tries to find an exit. Wrong way. You've got to go back the other way.
Yeah, Alimbek looks like he recovered pretty nicely after that first round. And, it's just going to be a chance for him to tee off here on Cho, who just looks utterly exhausted.
Cho Cho trying to work his way into a better position, but I like the strategy from Alimbek Ulu to go to the ground and pound and not just wrestle, but he needs to be patient here, work his way into better positions, and he could find the finish here in the second round.
Oh yeah, Alimbec definitely knows that Cho is on his last legs here. He really is digging deep, trying to find a way. Oh, and a nice sweep of the up kick return from Alimbec.
Can't kick to the head of a grounded opponent. You can knee to the head of a grounded opponent. But as Cho pushed off Alimbec Ulu retaliated with his own up kick and caught the face of Cho, who is wisely utilizing the injury time.
Well, I mean, in the heat of the moment, they were exchanging some wild moves right there. I mean, I think Cho was in the midst of trying to come up on a single leg, and then he switched. It's almost like a single leg sort of push sweep there. If he had enough time to get back on top, that is the natural thing to do in a fight. If your foot's in front of his face, he's gonna throw it. So we're gonna have to see what the decision is here on that.
Well, that's part of the game, right? It's a sport, and you got fight instincts a little bit. But yeah, I mean,
it was sort of a mixture around of him trying to get up and kick at the same time. So difficult call on this one.
Yeah, Cho is still seated, and so is Alimbec Ulu. Both guys just taking a break, recharging the battery. Johan in the corner is the translator as well, so he is able to communicate to the referee and the officials in English what is exactly going through for Cho, as Alimbec Ulu is also seated, being a well-needed rest period.
I've seen a lot of fights, but I haven't seen this position from both fighters. This might be a first for me.
Going to be interesting to see if Cho can continue here. Obviously, the fans want him to continue. Alimbec wants him to continue, and I'm sure Cho doesn't want this fight to end that way. That the warriors that they are, they continue on the feet.
Oh, gets back up, and immediately Alimbec Ulu gets right in his kitchen, looking to piece combinations together. Good hand defense and parrying from Cho as he goes right at the top with a rear leg push kick.
Really trying to pick his shots here. Trying to take advantage of the time he's got on his feet. And Alimbec yet to go for a takedown, which has been rare so far in this fight.
Ulu doing a good job of letting his hands there go, and his kicks and his punches pairing together some nice combinations. You know, Cho with some good defense as well.
I see Cho go down the middle, a little bit straighter shot choice, because Ulu is going so wide with the shots as he adjusts, looking to land that big right hand. Good counter shot landed by Cho as he marches forward, shooting in, trying to get the single leg, transitions back up top, lets the hands go.
Yeah, big heart here from Cho. Trying to make a statement here in the second round.
Yeah, this is what we like to see, and this is what he needs to do. Dig, dig, dig. You know, you can have all the technique in the world, but when you're fatigued, it goes out of the window. And Cho was digging deep, and he just scored, you know, a takedown against a really strong grappler.
Oh, gets the double leg, now methodically working his way into a better position. Pushes off the head, jumps around, thought about taking the back, and he does. Gets one hook in, but Cho could follow.
Yeah, Cho seems to have good positioning here on the back. Able to get some space and land some ground and pound. I think he's trying to look for an opening to get the rear naked choke here. He needs to be careful that Alimbec doesn't start to face him and end up in his close guard. That's what's about to happen here. And Cho is going to need to do something drastic here, because he just let Alimbec pass to the full mount, just like that. And Alimbec with a rear naked choke attempt of his own.
A little bit high up on the face. Let's see Alimbeck, уулу the chance to readjust. Уулу trying to peel off the head, but he gets submitted.
Oh, and the repositioning from the Kyrgyzstani fighter. Just when you thought he was going to lose, the rear naked choke from the side made the adjustment. And the Korean fighter just had to tap.
This match was presented to you by Monster Energy. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 minutes and 55 seconds in the second round, your referee has called a stop to this contest. Your winner, by way of rear naked choke, Adilет!